Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests. Welcome to this morning's Convocation ceremony as we celebrate our graduates of the degree and diploma programs in the Faculty of Nursing. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge the very talented group of individuals sitting behind me who, under the direction of Assistant Professor of Music Raymond Burree, comprise of the MacEwan University Big Band. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for them this morning. We will commence our program in just a few moments, and in preparation, I would like to remind you that the Winspear Center is an acoustically responsive hall. Therefore, I'd ask that if you are carrying electronic devices with you, that you take a moment now to turn them off or at least silence them for the duration of this morning's ceremony. If you're traveling with small children and your little ones become restless, we wanted to just let you know that there are monitors in the foyers just outside of the concert hall where if you need to take a break with your little ones, you can do so and still continue to watch the ceremony unfold this morning. We have arranged for a professional photographer to take photos of graduates receiving their parchments as they cross the stage this morning, and their picture will be taken with the president as they receive it. Information on how those photographs can be obtained will be forwarded to graduates at a later date. I'm sure you noticed that when you passed through the foyer this morning, the MacEwan University Alumni Association has a photo area in which we, if you've not already done so, at the conclusion of today's ceremony, that you take a moment to go in and take one or two complimentary photos of you and your graduates, and those will be made available again to students as well. However, if you wish to take pictures as your graduate is crossing the stage, you are certainly welcome to do so. We just ask that you would congregate to your right of the stage here, my left, and come into that area maybe just in advance of when your graduate is anticipated to cross the stage. And once you've taken your photo, we'd ask that you return, or leave that space and return back to your seats. If you're not taking photos, it is important that you remain in your seats. The area does become busy, so it's important to move in and out as quickly as possible. Ushers will be there to assist you if necessary. Today is indeed a wonderful and celebratory event as we recognize our graduates for their achievements here at MacEwan University and watch them to receive the credential to which they have earned. Before we begin our ceremony, the MacEwan University Big Band will perform a vocal ballad called Memories, written by Andrew Reed, a Bachelor of Music alumnus. It was written in 2015 to celebrate the first graduating class of the Bachelor of Music in Jazz and Contemporary Popular Music, and now remains a part of the lasting legacy for our university and is performed at each convocation. Ladies and gentlemen, the MacEwan University Big Band.
So fast, all of the moments just so we could say it last. The pages turn and a new chapter has begun. All of our stories that fill up every page. Of our laughter that echoes through each age. This chapter's ending, but this book is far from done. There will be days that go on by where we can't help but be reminded of this
Let's give it up one more time for the MacEwan University Big Band. Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, if you are able, I'd ask that you please rise. At this time, I am pleased to introduce this morning's mace bearer, Margaret Swedish, instructor in nursing. Miss Swedish, who is leading the stage party, is carrying the university mace, which was donated to the university in 1997 by its namesake, Dr. Grant MacEwan, and became the official mace in 2008. It is especially meaningful to the university as it was hand-carved by Dr. MacEwan. Further information on the mace and other Convocation traditions can be found in the Convocation program. The university's faculty will be led this morning by Distinguished Proctor, Patricia Moore-Jaswishin, Interim Chair of the Department of Psychiatric Nursing and Assistant Professor. In honor of National Indigenous Peoples Day, the graduate procession will be led by two Indigenous dancers, Sarah Paquette and Dustin Stamp. Sarah is a native of Ottawa, Ontario, and will perform the women's fancy shawl dance, which is one of the more contemporary powwow dances that has its origins from the Crow people, as well as the Wild West shows. Sarah has been dancing for 5 years and makes all of her own regalia. Dustin Stamp, a fancy twin bustle dancer, is from Saddle Lake, Alberta, and he will perform the men's fancy dance. They will be accompanied this morning by the Blackstone Drum Group. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing now for our academic processional.
Wasn't that amazing? Graduands, distinguished guests, members of the stage party, faculty and staff, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mike Sekulich, University Registrar and Marshal of Convocation. MacEwan University respectfully acknowledges that the land on which we gather in Treaty 6 territory is a traditional gathering place for many Indigenous people. We honor and respect the history, languages, ceremonies, and culture of the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit who call this territory home. The First Peoples' connection to the land teaches us about our inherent responsibility to protect and respect Mother Earth. With this land acknowledgement, we honor the ancestors and children who have been buried here, the missing and murdered Indigenous women and men, and the ongoing collective healing for all human beings. We are reminded we are all treaty people and of the responsibility we have to one another. Now, you may be wondering why some graduands have an extra tassel on their mortarboard. Members of the class of 2018 have been making donations of $18 to our Pass It On campaign, which supports the Alumni Legacy Fund. The silver tassel is a token of our appreciation for their individual contributions to this fund. The Legacy Fund will provide scholarships to future students, so those graduands who haven't even received their diplomas are already helping the next class. And isn't that incredible? Thank you to everyone who has made a donation. If you still want to join in, you can visit the alumni booth in the lobby to make a donation and receive your silver tassel. And graduates, this campaign is all about helping the next you. So be sure to post your best advice and words of wisdom on social media using the hashtag #TheNextYou. Now, please remain standing and in respect, remove all hats except mortarboards for the singing of our national anthem led by Ms. Katrina Souza. Thank you, Ms. Souza, and please be seated. I declare MacEwan University Convocation open. It is intended to honor our 2018 graduates, and we are honored to have you present with us on this occasion. The word convocation comes from the Latin word convoco, which means to call together by summons. It is traditionally used in connection with an ecclesiastical or academic gathering. Convocations are called for the conferring of degrees, diplomas, certificates, for special announcements, and for the recognition of outstanding achievement. So it is today that we call colleagues and friends together to honor MacEwan University's graduates and award recipients for Spring 2018 Convocation. I will now introduce members of the stage party and representatives from visiting institutions. Members of the stage party, please remain standing once you've been called upon. And audience, I would ask you to hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. I would like to start with Board of Governors Chair Ione Shelbourne, President Dr. Deborah Saucier, Provost and Vice President Academic Pro Tempore Dr. Craig Monk, and Academic Governance Council Vice Chair Dr. Lynn Honey. Would members of our Board of Governors, Vice Presidents, Associate Vice Presidents please rise? Deans and Associate Deans and members of the university's administration also rise. Representatives of each of our associations, faculty, staff, alumni, and student, please rise. Will our Indigenous knowledge keeper and facilitator, Roxanne Tutusis, please rise? I would like to now ask our mace bearer, Margaret Swedish, and our Convocation speaker, Joan Mills, to stand and be recognized. Will our distinguished proctor, Patricia Moore-Jesuitian, along with all faculty and staff of the university, please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, this is your stage party. This is your university. Please join me now in a round of applause, acknowledging them. Thank you, members of the stage party. You may be seated. For the Indigenous invocation, I would like to invite Ms. Roxanne Tutusis, Indigenous knowledge keeper and facilitator.
It's been a remarkable morning thus far, Roxanne. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's my honor to offer protocol for the invocation.
Watse, danse. Asaminamstahe. Nanaskutin no mutaga pintum gawian kapega gisus tamatak. Kita tamskat na kakyo. Uta kikawi nawaski. Nista mua waheu tuutse nista hite. Pituana piunega mistä heimasko huista kaki ajatse kekteniste utsian. So I greet you always in my first language, which is the Plains Cree language. And I come from the lands of the late Chief Pondmaker and Big Bear, 3.5 hours east of here. And it's a great honor to accept this protocol that's been offered to me with the offering of tobacco, the sweetgrass, and this prayer cloth that I smudge before you, which is the cultural protocol to invite Creator and the ancestors to come and bless each and every one of us and bless the sacred space where we are going to celebrate and honor all of you graduates. And it's with this offering of prayer that I ask for the thanksgiving for all of creation that provides so abundantly for all of us to grow and thrive in this physical world. As well, I'm going to ask for those less fortunate than we and those that may not be able to be here to celebrate with us, that they continually be blessed on their journeys and their home fires. And I continually ask and give thanks and guidance for all that I'm so blessed to work with at my McEwen family, that we continually be blessed to continue the good works on behalf of Creator, and for each and every one of you who are going to be venturing out now to continue the works in your various disciplines. So with that, I invite you to pray with me in the way that's meaningful and purposeful to you. And I'm going to honor this protocol that's been offered to me to open this event on your behalf. So with that, I namamutawi nang say mantu, how namasumpunak no kumpanak, how gista te yoganak. I saminam stahina naskutin gakyo gawi etamik, the naskutin angik sewatsuno, oxagituno, egumagotakiska gapewia. Awek te gisto, nato itestamo nanimam tenits ganante, hunan, exisuma mamo, humuta ka. Gagam sawem tunan, sagi tunan, miji tunan. Hawit tagista, amstahinas, nigtimaxnan, mamstahigoy nigskitenan. Magek ten charge skitenan, tan si suma guys kawata mapuki goy gesmi puek, koy pasagupta mag si suma nisna ni mam tunay mago. Ugus kawasa sa kisupika ha, waswa nisna ni guguk muites kapeni tao kitsik. Exi suma ngawitenan, kigoy miasa kwista gagamitak huma, ksema skip matsun. Hawek tenisna ni nana skip matsun ni miasa kuato ko sewen papewe wenwan askewen exumi suma gagamete nan kita toskewen nagatestamo nan minogek mo gamyo ya chek exisuma wista got na maso ko mi machihuin Eksis humnisnan gakio, kihteunan, kispune mi paik nguapstaganen kihteunan istnan. Eksysenis isen naskumuan egagi go engonskututuden, mang jaskik skitena tan sisese gawatama gakio magawi hittamast. We are hittamawia gagamitama kitaskun. Eksysenis isen naskumuan. All my relations. And I'm really super proud of my nephews that were able to perform for you, for Rocky Morin, Adrian Cross, Leo Paskman, and Terry Paskman, for Dustin Stamp, and for Sarah Paquette, who were so graceful in their opening for us this morning. So I'm a super proud grandmother. So with that, I thank you.
Thank you for that invocation, Ms. Tutusis. I'd like to now ask Ms. Parvin Sedegi, student board member, to read the MacEwan University invocation.
Through learning, we flourish and help others to flourish. We stand here today on the brink of important change for ourselves and for the world. Inspired by the past, we now step forward to transform the future. Engaging with others, we cherish the diversity of experience within our communities and ourselves. Through perseverance, we excel. Through compassion, we connect. Through creativity, we thrive. Through knowledge, we grow. Through all this and more, let us forge a legacy to nurture, to inspire, to endure. Moved by the Spirit, strong in our knowledge, we move out into the world with open arms, open mind, and open heart. We pledge to leave the world better than we found it.
Thank you, Ms. Sedegi. I invite Board Chair Ione Chalborn to bring greetings on behalf of MacEwan University's Board of Governors.
Thank you, Mike. Good morning, everybody. You look great and you look hot. So if we all do it at the same time, we'll get some, air moving through this place. So I'd like to congratulate you all on behalf of the Board of Governors on all your many accomplishments and your achievements since you have joined the MacEwan University. We're very proud of all that you've done and know that you've worked very hard to get here and hope that you've also had a lot of fun along the way and know that it's an important day for you and your family and your friends and that you'll savor it and take the time to savor that. This is a time to be proud of all of those accomplishments too. Think of each and every one that you want to carry forward with you and reflect on and build on as you go forward. Own them. But I'm not here to talk with you today about accomplishments, actually. I'm here to talk with you about mistakes. And maybe I want you to think back and reflect on some mistakes, a mistake, the only mistake that you ever made while you were at MacEwan, and what was the most frustrating or embarrassing thing about that mistake. Because understanding those and knowing what you did to get past that and to bounce back is going to be very helpful for you in strengthening the resilience that you have. And I'm going to tell you one of mine. I have so many, it was not hard to choose, but I'm going to choose one that was from my very first day of university. And I went to university at the University of Alberta. I'm from a very small rural community, a couple hours west of Edmonton, and we were one of 20 families that lived there. It was a very small place, and my graduating class was very small. There were only 8 people in my class. And my parents were the only ones of those 20 families that had a post-secondary education. They both did. And they were not smug, but I was. I was very smug, and I thought I knew not just a lot, I thought I knew pretty much everything. I was a big fish in a small pond. And I was looking forward to going to university, had planned for it all my life. And when I got there, I was in for a very big shock, because not only was I not a big fish in a small pond, I was the smallest of minnows in a very, very big pond. I had never had to navigate a place as large as that university campus, with as many people, as many buildings, as many pathways, and it unnerved me. My first class, and I don't know if any of you are familiar with the university campus, that university campus, but I lived in residence and I needed to get to the Tory Turtle on the other side, and that's pretty much a straight line, and about 20 minutes as the crow flies. And I started at 8 o'clock, feeling I had a lot of time for my 8:30 class, but I couldn't find it. I kept wandering around and looking for that class, missed the class, and missed the class every day for the next 2 weeks. Every day I'd get up a little bit earlier, and at the very end I was getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and repeating exactly the same things that I did before that didn't work for me the first time. And I was asking for help. Finally I had to ask for help, but I wasn't asking for help in the right way that would get me to where I needed to go. So somebody gave me a map, but the thing is, I didn't know how to read a map, never had to, because my small town had a road. People lived on one side or the other, and the store was at the end, and that was pretty much it. Or I would say, you know, I need to get over to Tory, and they would say, well, you just walk that way. And walking just that way wasn't enough, didn't give me enough guideposts to go on. So what happened was, I didn't really put myself out there. And I started feeling quite sick, very, very anxious. I was very overwhelmed, felt very defeated, and thought that I would never, ever be able to finish university if I could not get to that class. And that was, well, you know, that's a true thing. Unless you can get to your class, you can't pass. So finally I got there, and I think what happened actually is, because this part I have a bit of fog around because it really was quite an unnerving experience for me. I think somebody finally walked me there because I was just so confused. And that person reaching out to me was everybody who reached out, it was very helpful for me. Over time, the feelings of defeat faded, but they were powerful, because when I was growing up, and I'm not sure that our culture is so much changed now, mistakes weren't funny. There was a lot of shame attached to mistakes. And I didn't know how to separate a big one from a small one, so I attached the same amount of shame to a very small mistake as I did to a big one. So it was hard to bring that out into the open. So I got better at planning, and I got better at asking for help, and I got better at thinking my way through, and I got better at bouncing back. The next chapter in your life is exciting. It starts it's starting now, isn't it? You're sitting here, and in very few moments you will be graduates. You're going to have more accomplishments than you can even dream of, and you're going to realize dreams that you didn't even know that you had, but there will still be struggles. And it's important to learn from those struggles and bring them out into the open, because there is nothing wrong with having a struggle. There's nothing wrong with making a mistake. And when things like that are out in the open, they lose their power. And so then you can bundle those up together with your strengths, have this tidy little package that you carry forward with you to continue to grow in your personal and professional life. If you don't have a mistake, well, that would be hard to believe. You can use mine. Hope you don't have to. And just continue to gain perspective on those. The biggest lesson I've learned is to ask for help. The next biggest lesson I learned was that people want to help you. You ask for help and people want to help you. It's always better to tell them what help is helpful, however. And the other is that when people ask you for help, to help them. Last night I had an experience that reminded me that I still have a lot of work to do around putting mistakes in perspective. Because I'm standing here today in these robes, I'm one of the lucky people that get reserved parking in the back of the building. And so I was parked and I was leaving, and I saw this nice pathway ahead of me. So I thought, well, rather than back up and hit somebody behind me, because lots of people were milling around, I decided to drive forward. And then I heard clonk, 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 clonk. And so sure enough, I had driven over the pylon, was dragging it across. One of you people found it. You, yes. And then I walked in this morning. I felt badly about that. It was crushed, you know, and here I'm damaging property. And I walked in this morning and announced it. You know, I've committed a crime. Nobody cared. Where is the pylon? And that's kind of what happens with a lot of the mistakes that we give too much power to. So, again, I want to congratulate you very much. I want you to enjoy this day. I want you to enjoy all the days ahead of you. Don't forget to ask for help. Don't forget to give it, and thank everybody along the way. Have a great day.
Thank you, Board Chair Chalborn. That certainly explains the crushed pylon I saw in the parking lot yesterday. And thank you for your message reminding us about the importance of overcoming our mistakes and building resilience, and the importance of asking for help and offering help when we are able, and how this collectively helps us build a better future. Thank you. I'd like to now invite President Dr. Deborah Saucier to please provide the President's address to Convocation.
Congratulations to each and every one of you. In a matter of minutes, you're going to walk across the stage and become MacEwan alumni. And you'll leave this ceremony as our university's best representatives in our community, our city, our province, our country, and indeed the world. As I look out into the sea of faces today, I know there are some pretty big dreams in this room. I also know that there are real worries about what the future will hold as well. And I can tell you, with social media, it's very easy to believe the world is a terrible place. And yet, when I was reading last week, trying to figure out what to speak to you about, I came across a quote by the Distinguished Professor of Economics, History, English, and Communication at the University of Illinois at Chicago. Her name is Deirdre McCloskey, and this is a professor who has studied the world at its best and its worst from a number of very different perspectives for a very long time. And here's a quote for you from her. "For reasons I have never understood, people like to hear that the world is going to hell. They become huffy and scornful when some idiotic optimist intrudes on their pleasure." Well, I'm here to tell you that I'm that idiotic optimist, and I hope you are too. And here's why. I'm a neuroscientist, so I have some insight into why people really like being pessimists, and that's mostly because our brain finds it really easy to be pessimistic. Your brain's most important job is to keep you alive. Your brain wants you to be pessimistic so that when you hear a bump in the night, you don't go, "Oh, that's the cat." You go, "Oh, that's the saber-toothed tiger." When you see a fin in the river when you're paddleboarding or kayaking, that's not a pike, that's a shark. But unless MacEwan's biology profs have not told me about a discovery that they've made thus far, there are no sharks in the North Saskatchewan. So even when your social media feed seems like the world is at its worst, know this: there has never been a better time to be alive. It's true. There have never been fewer wars. People have never lived longer. There has never been such prosperity in the world. So how do we make the most of that? And how do we make our world even better? Well, no matter where the path that you're on leads to, I think fundamentally it comes down to following your values. Values guide us and keep us on track. And here are a few you might include amongst your own, and I sincerely hope that they were reinforced during your time at MacEwan. The first value is to be optimistic. Turn down the volume on your shark detector in your brain. Don't turn it all the way off. There's a difference between risk and being foolish. Just dial it down a smidge. I know how important that is to do because it's something I do every day. It's kind of hard to keep a secret in a room this size, but I'll tell you one. I'm an introvert. If I were to do what would make me the happiest right now, it would not be standing in front of all of you speaking. It would be being in my Birkenstocks and shorts and being in my lab, playing with my data, and examining my area of interest. That would make me as happy as a clam. However, when I agreed to become the president, I knew I was going to have to do things like this. Step out of my comfort zone and speak to you all. Because staying in my lab, and although my Birkenstocks are very comfy, would have made me miss out on so many opportunities I wanted to have. Opportunities to work with great people like you, opportunities to meet these fabulous people here who have been instrumental in your education, and many other exciting things that I get to do in this role as your president. So whatever your dreams are, I'm living proof that you can do whatever it is that you want to do. How do you do it though? Well, that's the second piece of advice I have for you, and that is be brave. When I started my PhD, just slightly after I was sitting where you were now, when I started my PhD, I was so shy I couldn't look anybody in the eye. I was an expert at talking to my shoes. If I was feeling very brave, I'd look at your shoes. But that being said, I decided that I wanted to be a university professor, and in my discipline, it's pretty common to teach in classrooms of this size and teach this many people at once. So I knew I couldn't continue doing that. Nobody likes a professor who does this, right? And I desperately wanted to be a good professor. So I practiced, I was brave, I practiced more. Sometimes I faked it. Right? Even when I was shaking inside, I'd be like, okay, just grip the podium and you won't shake so bad, right? But be brave. And sometimes when you're being brave, you'll fail, and I've had some spectacular failures. You just need to get back up though, dust yourself off, hopefully learn from it, and do it again. But the last value I want to leave you with is be kind. On the path you're on, you're going to be asked to do things in your life that may or may not be opposed to your values. If they are opposed to your values, decide whether or not it's worth it to do it. But I can tell you this, all the decisions that I have ever made that actually had kindness at the core of it, I have never once regretted. So again, be kind. And when I say be kind, not just to others. Most of us think kindness is this big, dramatic event you have to do for someone else. Be kind to yourself is actually probably the hardest thing you're going to have to do over time. Don't take yourself so seriously. I know when I look back at myself when I was sitting where you are now, I took myself very, very seriously. I do so much less today, and that is despite having the most serious job I've ever had. My office is a source of laughter and joy, and we make decisions and we try to make them with kindness at its heart. So when you are trying to think of a way to be kind in a day, sometimes it might just be reaching out to someone you're thinking of and telling them that you're thinking of them. Sometimes it's the grand gesture, and sometimes it's just being a little easier on yourself than you are being right now. Because at the heart of it all, life is about people. It's about connecting to and caring for other people. And indeed, that's the root of what I think is important about universities. It's the people in them that make universities agents of social change. And I can't wait to see the changes that you all will make, class of 2018. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, President Saucier, for reminding us that though we may be wired for pessimism, we should be optimistic, brave, helpful, and kind. It also reminded me of a quote attributed to the American industrialist Henry Ford, who said, "If you think you can or think you can't, you're probably right." Thank you. And now, I would like to invite Joan Mills to please provide the convocation address to our graduating class.
Good morning, everyone. Honored guests, family, friends, and colleagues. Congratulations to all of you for achieving such a significant milestone with the completion of your certificate, your diploma, or your degree. Many, many hours of hard work and effort have culminated in today, where you now have the punishment of listening to me. In seriousness, I'm truly, truly honored and humbled to have been asked to share this day with you. As part of my preparation, I asked colleagues what would be important words or messages to share with you. They suggested that I relate to you the reason that I went into nursing. To be honest, there were jobs and I could afford the tuition. It's not particularly inspiring. They also suggested that I talk about why I stayed in nursing. Money. We will never become the Bill Gates of nursing, but nursing does offer a decent salary, mobility, flexibility, and the opportunity to help people. At one point, I thought that instead of me speaking, we could just listen to Rick Mercer's rant about nursing. If you haven't seen it, please do. He speaks about nurses being unlike any other, and that we have the best shoes. When you have a particularly horrible day, put that rant on repeat. It will help you get back to work the next shift. And finally, I reread about Dr. Grant McEwen. Dr. McEwen, of course, was not a nurse. He was a farmer and an agriculturalist. And part of Dr. McEwen's philosophy is that he wanted to leave things in the vineyard better than he found them. To me, that means making a difference. I think every nurse has a patient who reminds them of making a difference, and mine is Scotty. Scotty was elderly, thin, and had advanced colon cancer. He had unfortunately also developed a pressure ulcer over his coccyx. Scotty was often in pain, and of course couldn't sleep well. Scotty told my colleague and friend, Sheila, that he usually slept on his stomach. On one night shift, Sheila said to me, "Mills, I want to put Scotty on his stomach. Let's do it." That may not seem like such a big deal, but in nursing, as in many professions, there are written and unwritten rules. Written rules are actually easier. They have rationale, they're evidence-informed, they're research-based, they're peer-reviewed, they're updated. The unwritten rules are sometimes more difficult, as they venture into areas of nursing that are sometimes based on, we've always done it this way. At that time, an example of an unwritten rule was that patients sleep on their backs or their sides. Sheila was being quite revolutionary in suggesting that a patient sleep on his stomach. She questioned the unwritten rule and asked herself and me, why not? So we provided evening care and proceeded to turn Scotty prone. He had several IVs and oxygen, so it took quite a bit of time to flip him over and get him settled for the night. Throughout the night, we would stop at Scotty's door and watch him sleep. He barely moved. We went in at 6 o'clock the next morning because we had to disguise our rebelliousness, and we had to put everything back to normal. And Scotty was in such a deep sleep that it took him several minutes to wake up. And when he did wake up, he started to cry because he had had such a good sleep. Scotty died a few weeks later. That was 37 years ago. And Sheila and I still talk about Scotty and the privilege that we had to have given him the gift of one good night's sleep. The experience of Sheila asking why not was revolutionary for me because up until then I was a rule follower. I'm fairly sure that Dr. Salyers wishes that I still was. Sorry. My dad was in the RCMP and believe me, we did not bend rules. He did, but we couldn't. At that time, I was also quite a novice nurse, and I was focused on what to do, when to do, how to do it. Scotty was my first exposure to someone asking, why not? To challenging the norms, to questioning the rules. It was a small thing, but it planted a seed of inquiry. Sometimes inquiry can be at a formal level, such as doing research or developing evidence-informed guidelines. Sometimes inquiry is simply doing what Sheila did that night, asking, why not? As has already been mentioned today, I also believe that not only do we learn from our successes, and we did have success with Scotty in that we gave him the gift of a good night's sleep, but we also learn from our failures and our regrets, and I would like to share one of my regrets with you. This is about John, a 48-year-old who had undergone coronary artery bypass surgery. A few days after I had transferred John from the intensive care unit to a step-down unit, he had a cardiac arrest. My heart sank as I saw John's wife, Marie, running towards John's room. I sat with her as they tried to resuscitate her husband, but unfortunately, John died. After the resuscitation, Marie asked the resuscitation lead if she could see her husband and was told that it probably wasn't a good idea. At that time, it was thought that it would be too traumatic for families to see the aftermath of a resuscitation. And even though I thought to myself that maybe it would help Marie if she could spend time with her husband and to say goodbye, I remained silent. I regret to this day that I did not have the courage to use my voice for Marie, but I have tried to remember Marie and to use her as inspiration to have a voice for others. You may also go on to have regrets at some point during your careers, but challenge yourself to turn them into inspirations. Andy Rooney was a commentator on the TV show 60 Minutes. Mr. Rooney typically had the last few minutes of the show, and he would do a cranky, grumpy old man version of a Rick Mercer rant. One thing that Andy Rooney said was that most of us end up with no more than 5 or 6 people who remember us. Teachers have thousands of people who remember them for the rest of their lives. I would like to paraphrase Mr. Rooney's words. As nurses, you have the potential to be remembered by thousands of people for the rest of their lives. Be remembered well. Have the courage to use your voice, to ask why not, and to make a difference. Leave things in the vineyard of nursing better than you find them. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Mills, for your practical, touching, and relevant message connecting in a very real and personal way with a graduating class dedicated to helping others. Thank you. I would like to invite Dr. Monk, along with Academic Governance Council Vice Chair, Dr. Lynn Honey, to their respective podiums for the presentation of graduands and the conferral of degrees.
We've now reached that transformational moment where whys become why nots, I guess, and graduands become graduates. So graduands, if you are able, please rise. On behalf of the faculties and schools of MacEwan University, I present these graduands and those named in the Convocation program who are not at the ceremony. I ask that they be pledged and admitted to the MacEwan University degrees and diplomas which they have earned.
And I will ask you now to join in the MacEwan University Graduate Pledge. The pledge is not an oath, but an expression of purpose to which you will respond, I will. Will you pledge yourself to use the knowledge, experience, and skills that you have gained at MacEwan University to serve your community and the world faithfully? I will. Yes. I am here as a representative of all of my colleagues in the Academy, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Province of Alberta, and upon the recommendation of MacEwan University's Academic Governance Council, I admit you to the degree, applied degree, diploma, or certificate to which you are entitled. And I invest in you all the rights and privileges, powers and responsibilities pertaining to that credential. When you hold that credential in your hands, you hold our health and our wellness. Now I bestow upon you this credential as a solemn trust to transform, engage, and improve the world from this day forth, to teach and to learn from others, so that through your learning, we all may flourish. Thank you. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Monk and Dr. Honey. And now our marshals will usher the graduates to the stage, and the MacEwan University Big Band will perform a musical selection for your listening pleasure while the graduates are being assembled.
You better chase all your cares away. Sing hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. The sun's shining, come on, get happy. The Lord is waiting to take your hand. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. We're going to the promised land. We're heading across the river. Wash your sins away in the tide. It's all so peaceful on the other side. Forget your troubles and just get happy. You better chase all your cares away. Sing hallelujah, come on, get happy. We're ready for the judgment day. We're heading across the river. Wash your sins away in the tide. It's all so peaceful on the other side. Forget your troubles and just get happy. You better chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Get ready for the judgment day.
Round of applause for the MacEwan University Big Band. We will now commence with the individual presentation of our graduates. We would like to remind you that if you wish to take photos of your graduate, please come to the area at the right of the stage as we approach your graduate's name on the program. An usher will assist you to ensure the smooth flow of people in and out of this area. With the exception of those taking photos, we ask that you remain seated during the presentation out of respect for all graduates and their families. Offering congratulations to each graduate, our board chair, Shelbourne, Dr. Honey, Dr. Monk, and the faculty's dean. The president will be assisted by Associate Registrars Mr. Tony Norad and Ms. Melissa Merrigan. Off stage to your right is David Johnson, alumnus of MacEwan University. Mr. Johnson will present each graduate with a gift on behalf of the MacEwan University alumni. And I would ask graduates to please return to their seats after receiving their credentials. And now, I would like to invite Dr. Vince Salyers, Dean, Faculty of Nursing, to present graduates.
I now present to you the following candidates for certificate, diploma, and degrees in the Faculty of Nursing.
And now, presenting graduates receiving the Bachelor of Psychiatric Nursing. Taylina Murray Andrachuk with distinction. Jacqueline Jessica Bruno, lastly. And now presenting graduates receiving the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Brenda Cynthia Arbuto with distinction. Heather Rosetta Adams. Antoinette Toki Adamandu. Shelby Caitlin Adolph.
Dina Gassan Adwan. Katie Ray Aguilar. Justin James Akins. Cristina Sofia Alferez Jimenez. Isabella Teresa Josepha Allen. Kimberly Evelyn Allen. Courtney Elise Andruko. Noel Salwa Appleby.
Marion Joy Angelique Avellana. Oleg Kaparanga Averia. Zendel May Badival. Cassandra Elizabeth Baker. Elissa Michelle Jose Bangelazan. Amber Loren Bauer. Amy Lee Baumgartner. Patricia Ann Barbara Beck. Monica Benson. Melissa Dawn Bentley.
Sandeep Kaur Bhatti. Brianna Rose Bilski. William Allen Black. Jaylene Alana Bucher Boone. Chelsea Joy Boot. Tristan James Victor Boyko. Navreet Kaur Brar. Matthew Joel Brown. Jacqueline Cheryl Buban. Megan Glenda Bush with distinction.
Russell Muir Kadsky. Trisha Nicole Candelaria. Billy Chan with distinction. Rajiv Nigel Chetram. Taylor Malia G. Chow with distinction. Danielle Lynn Clark. Rena May Concepcion. Mackenzie Royce Cross. Kaya Saleh Delcomte. Bara Denny.
Sunita Devi. Gabrielle Veer-Ellen Dijchuk. Sarah Durish. Bailey Elizabeth Drummond. Eric Mitchell Durocher. Maya Ellen Edlin. Nora El Ouaziz. Katie Janelle Iluk. Andrea Lynn Espiritu. Morgan Jean Filipchuk.
Krista Lynn Fordyce. Jan Kate Senna Fornellos. Ailish Penelope Ganser. Monica Claire Gervais. Marianne Florence Gibbs. Rebecca Ann Gablehouse. Sydney Elizabeth Gablehouse. Melissa Patricia Gonzalez Osorio. Kaylee Marie Goss. Rochelle Marie Guinette with distinction. Paulina Margaret Guignez.
Olivia Wee Ching Ham. Jody Lynn Hassett. Nicole Ann Hawken. Rebecca Keiko Hayashi. Cora Rose Henderson. Nicole Alyssa Henkelman. Brittany Michaela Hoffer. Beth Ann Hofstra. Faith Olwerda. Alyssa Dawn Horn.
Chenyi Huang. Caitlin Jessica Hoolan. Haley Alyn Humphreys. Alana Marie Iwasaku. Larissa Ann Iwasko. April Dawn Kalnichuk. Jessica Leah Keller. Karen Kempango. Jasmine Carria.
Marissa Rose Killips. Taylor Andrew Kippen. Emily Elizabeth Ann Clatt. Rebecca Marla Koshi. Kali Marie Kasua, with distinction. Caitlin Frances Kuffner. James Nung Kwan, with distinction. Sean Allen Kidd. Justine, Lauren Lang. Katharina Cassandra Lariosa. Henry Lau. Taylor Joan Laws.
Jae-un Leah Lee with distinction. Alexis Janelle Lemma. Aline Colette Lemire. Heather Leong. Lacey Ann Luchuk. Christina Maria Laterzo. Cassandra Dorina Marie McFadden. Taylor Rayanne McMillan. Maria Valerie Manning. Caitlin Shea Marcision. Jeannie Lynn Rochelle Martin.
Terry Martin. Haley Amanda Mast. Jacqueline Gale Matthews with distinction. Janelle Francis McDougall. Amanda Hong Metcalf. Michaela Leora Ruth Minkus. Abby Michelle Mitchell. Nurissa Mithani. Elizabeth Rose Crowell Murdoch. Allison Mireille Nesetkin. Efrain de Vera Navarro.
Katrina Jeanette Nelson Leach. Kelsey Eleanor Nessel. Roshni Selena Nove. Amarachi Joyce Nwashku. Denise Marie Ogonsky. Jessica Lauren Onushko. Suknarand Martini Unonsaro.
Hannah Marie Willette. Samantha Caroline Ozolin. Tianmu Pan with distinction. Catherine Roberta Park with distinction. Rebecca D. Peters. Jordan Melina Petruk. Linda Eva Pires. Sydney Abigail Podgurney. Andrea Dawn Povey. Brittany Marie Prosco. Viviane Kwan. Colby Janelle Quinney with distinction.
Michaela Dawn Ramsey. Amanpreet Radhawa. Madsen Page Rickert. Lauren Ashley Robley. Chelsea Leah Rooker. Kayla Dawn Ropechan. Alyssa Caitlin Roy. Ashley May Rude. Corrine Rude. Susan M. Saloom. Tamaris Saloom.
Kelsey Charlotte Salpeter. Catherine Lau Sampaiga with distinction. Catherine Diane Saunderson. Sophia Bula Savis. Veronica Lynn Schueneman. Carmen Chandel Schmucker with distinction. Chantel Carolyn Scratch. Natasha Shaw.
Leah Ray Shuchuk. Mackenzie Lisa Silverfox. Kristen Jennifer Scruntz. Tamara Marie Smigarowski. Larissa Dawn Stowe. Sarah Alexandra Sullivan. Holly Elizabeth Sibasma.
Jennifer Mary Sitch. Sheila Ta'aka. Michelle Tassonnet. Moriah Grace Tate with distinction. Mary Musi Teamer. Ashley Texera. Bonnie Kit Mam Teng. Tammy Maggie Tin. Navdeep Tiwana. Cara Lynn Pearson Tui. Sarah Rebecca Tugas with distinction.
Elaine Arroyo Trinidad. Stephanie Miley Trong. Onikashi Evangeline Ogochukwu. Natasha Augusta Van Diesen. Alyssa Victoria Verquin. Alexander Voloboyev. Veronica Tui Huang Wuvi.
Scott Stanley George Ward. Kennedy Jade Waschuk. Lake Allen Webb. Sydney Jane Weller. Brittany Marie Williams. Elora Dannon Williams with distinction. Caitlin Elizabeth Wiltshire with distinction. Rihanna Megan Windsor. Shayla Dawn Wishloff. Carmen Wong.
Joel John Yalagan. And lastly, Crystal Elizabeth Yuzwenko. And now, presenting graduates receiving the Disability Management in the Workplace certificate. Lastly, James A. McLeod. And now, presenting graduates receiving the Perioperative Nursing for Registered Nurses Post-Diploma Certificate. Joanne Jean Villajas Borja, with distinction. Michael Stephen Chichak, with distinction.
And lastly, Amelia Maria Helena Fleischer with distinction. And now, presenting graduates receiving the Post-Basic Nursing Practice Post-Diploma Certificate. Krishma. Harminder. Alan Ann Abraham. Ivy Malvas Alipo on with distinction. Jaspinder Kaur Bhatt. Sumerjit Kaur Chauthan. Shika Chowdhury. Veronica Abajuela de Jesus with distinction.
Sandra Lee Dizaba Regir with distinction. Bia Elson Abraham with distinction. Jagdish Kaur Gill. Glenda Glancy. Jesley Jamie. Gagandeep Kaur. Hardeep Kaur. Jagdeep Kaur Kaur.
Akashpreet Kaur Kahera. Shanaz Limba. Maria Victoria Elias Peralta. Gurkiran Randhawa. Akshay Deepak Samudra. Mohana Priya Sinasamy. Neetu Sharma. Kamaljit Kaur Shir Hill. Bikramjit Singh. And lastly, Samandeep Singh. And now, presenting graduates receiving the Post-Diploma Certificate of Wound Management. Lastly, Patricia Lynn Richards. And now, presenting graduates receiving the Psychiatric Nursing Diploma. Lastly, Cassandra Lee Bailey Leto.
Tisoni Bayan, my apologies, Tisoni Bayana Barasa. Brittany Ruby Benjamin. Melissa Marlene Bilodeau. Rachel Madeline Braun. Cassandra Buffon. Christy Michelle Campbell. Morgan Danielle Cassidy. Ha Na Che.
Christina Nicole Shalifour. Lana Lan Chan. Damon Chong. Elena Denise Cox. Denise Marie Gillis. Dana Goodmanson. Stephanie Isabella Horan. Jessica Kabarchak. Mariama Jura Kamara. Jerica Lynn Kress. Stephen Christina Liebrecht.
Amber Rose Elizabeth Lorenz. Allison Gale Martin. Cassandra Elizabeth Mackay. Sarah Nisa Moradali. Brittany Alicia Offers. Alana Marie Pednialt. Tabitha Phelps. Angelia Noel Holsom.
Kaylee Catherine Power. Magdalena Ragiel. Katarzyna Richliski. Tanisha Hope Samuels. Lori Singh. Mackenzie Bree Slabinik. Lauren Stenson.
Doreen Tam, with distinction. Doris Mei Ying Tam. Taylor Alandra Utley. Joanna Anna Wasaznik. Hannah Louise Wilderman. Taylor Katie Wilson. And lastly, Yasmin Yassin.
I present to you those graduates from the Faculty of Nursing unable to be present, whose names are listed in the program. Please join me in a round of applause for them.
Thank you, Dr. Saliers, and congratulations again to the class of 2018. The presentation of student awards will begin with the Dean's Medals for Academic Excellence for the Faculty of Nursing, and I invite Dr. Saliers to present these awards.
I get to change lecterns. Within each faculty and school at MacEwan University, we recognize the students whose academic efforts have propelled them to the top of their class. The Dean's Medals are the highest academic honor that may be granted by a faculty and recognizes the exemplary success of these individual students within their areas of study. One award may be granted in a certificate or diploma program and one award in a degree program. This year's Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence in a certificate or diploma program for the Faculty of Nursing is awarded to Ashley Marie Hershey, a graduate of the Post-Basic Nursing Practice Post-Diploma Certificate Program. Ashley has exemplified academic excellence in all of her post-basic nursing practice, hospice, palliative care, gerontology program courses. As an accomplished and studious learner, she also possesses an abundance of energetic enthusiasm for engagement inside the classroom, the online classroom, and as a registered nurse in her clinical practice settings. Her astute critical thinking ability enabled her to assimilate, synthesize, problem solve, and apply for her newfound skills in palliative care in the work setting, both in home care and long-term care. She has shared her experiences and struggles in patient care and was a continual influence to all of those studying within her nursing program, particularly in issues related to quality of life. Her refreshing, casual, congenial presence in the online courses enabled her to share her compassion with the online community and contributed great knowledge to registered nurses in the program. On behalf of MacEwan University, congratulations, Ashley. Ashley was here with us. All right then. This year's Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence in a Degree Program for the Faculty of Nursing is awarded to Taylina Marie Andrzejczyk, a graduate of the Bachelor of Psychiatric Nursing program. Taylina has managed to participate in the Research Club through Addictions and Mental Health, investigating the impact of supportive housing for homelessness and emergency department trends within specific demographics, including homelessness. Despite her full-time employment with Addictions and Mental Health, Taylina managed to obtain a competitive GPA, as well as volunteer for the Distress Line as a trainer and supportive listener. She also volunteered at the Maskowitz Health Center as a group facilitator and engages in cultural events within the community. She participated as an exchange student working in Cuzco, Peru, in one of the psychiatric hospitals there. This global experience has allowed her to realize the power of resilience among people, as well as the connection we have as human beings. Congratulations, Taylina, a well-deserving student of this medal.
Thank you, Dr. Saliers, and again, congratulations to Ashley and Taylina. A round of applause, please. And now I'd like to ask Dr. Monk to please come to the podium and present the Distinguished Teaching Award.
Good morning again. The Distinguished Teaching Award is one of our most prestigious honors. Excellence in teaching is the foundation of MacEwan University. Perhaps just this once, I'd like to ask Joan Mills to follow the rules and join me at the podium. Joan Mills is an assistant professor in the Faculty of Nursing. She joined MacEwan University in 2005, bringing with her, as you heard, many years of experience as a critical care and cardiovascular nurse. Joan has been an important force within the faculty, playing an instrumental role in developing and facilitating programs in cardiac nursing and critical care and emergency nursing. But her biggest contributions have been in the classroom, where her passion for teaching has made a difference in the lives of many of our nursing students and graduates. She is an innovator who brings the experience of healthcare to her students and whose manner with those students is the very definition of engaging, as you saw from her earlier appearance at the podium. It's my honor to present Joan Mills with the Distinguished Teaching Award.
Thank you, Dr. Monk, and again, congratulations to Joan Mills. I would like to now ask David Johnson, alumni representative, to provide a welcome to you, our newest members of the MacEwan University alumni family.
Thank you. On behalf of the MacEwan alumni, I'm incredibly honored to be amongst the first to congratulate you on this incredible achievement. This celebration is really the true culmination of outstanding commitment to both your hard work and success. So really be proud at how far you've come. When I was asked to speak today, I was told to prepare a speech for about 3 to 4 hours to discuss the merits of being an alumni and everything else. 3 hours or 3 minutes? Sorry, 3 minutes. I'm going to cut a few things out here. All right. In your hands, you hold that physical representation of your achievements. This is a real testament to your efforts, your difficulties, your motivation, and for some, and I would know, your coffee intake. A lot of early mornings, longer days, and late evenings. This credential will act as a key for you to open doors for years to come. More importantly, though, the knowledge and experience you've gained at your time at MacEwan will assist you in keeping those doors open, especially when you can leverage an alumni association like the one we have at MacEwan here. As a student, you've learned much more than just the content of your courses. More importantly, you've earned independence, hard work, critical thinking, perseverance, teamwork, leadership skills, the list goes on. More importantly than that, though, and I think what's really important about any post-secondary learning is that you learn to question things that don't make sense and to engage your community and construct and express ideas around you to those people around you. And again, the content of what you know is exceptionally important, but being able to present positions and your opinions to others in an intelligible manner is one of the best skills that you can have in life. The experiences that you've had at MacEwan will benefit you and your community throughout your lifetime. You've had the chance, you now have the chance to contribute to countless lives, to lift those around you who need your help, and to not only seize opportunities, but to create them as well. Today, you join over 60,000 alumni. It's a huge number, who are all making a difference in their communities, both here in Edmonton and Alberta and around the world. So as you move forward, remember that what you've learned, and know that the power to change the world is actually within you. Again, congratulations. Thank you.
Well said, Mr. Johnson. Thank you. This brings us to the closing moments of our ceremony, after which alumni and their families are invited to join us for a celebration in the foyer. At this time, I would like to invite all graduates to express their appreciation to the people who have supported them through their academic and educational journey. And would the faculty members please rise? Faculty members, rise. Graduands, a round of applause. Thank you. And also assisting you on this journey, of course, are your family and friends. Family and friends of graduates, I know you want to stretch. It's been a lengthy ceremony. Please stand up. Please stand up, family and friends. Stand up. Don't be shy. Stand up. Graduates, a round of applause for family and friends. And now, in turn, I would like to invite our audience, faculty, and staff to join me in congratulating the graduating class of 2018! Woot, woot. President Saucier, I invite you to close Convocation.
Well, congratulations to each and every one of you. We know this is a special day, and we encourage you to celebrate its importance with your family and friends. Allow me to express on behalf of everyone here as well our appreciation to the volunteers from the university who helped make this ceremony such a success. All of us at MacEwan are exceedingly proud of the achievements of each and every one of you, and allow me to offer you my sincerest congratulations once again. I now ask that everyone please stand, because far be it from me to be between anybody and lunch, and remain standing between the playing of the Legacy Processional composed by our MacEwan alumnus Sean Bessie. Kindly wait until the graduates have left the performance chamber before you exit. Mace bearer, University Registrar, will you please lead the processional? And I now declare this convocation closed.